Hey everyone, it's Graydon with Forever Books. I'm sitting down with Amal from D-Derm Aesthetics in Burlington, Ontario. And this is a really interesting interview because I usually interview the owner of the clinic, but Amal is actually the one she's manning the front desk and she's taking calls and doing a lot of cool things with the front desk. And I know that's a big part of any clinic, so I'm really happy to get Amal's perspective today. So just to start off, Amal, maybe just quickly introduce yourself and give a background of like what your specific roles are
Yeah,
at D-Derm
absolutely.
Aesthetics.
For sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Amal. I'm basically the title I fall under is clinic coordinator. I basically just like coordinate the different work schedules, everyone's different schedules, and then clients, all their schedules, and then any calls, promo calls, or like, stuff like that. Basically manage all of that. It's good. I'm here like all the time, which is great. And yeah, I just manage basically whatever comes my way. She'll kind of be like, okay, let's see what you can do with that.
Awesome. Awesome. So Amal, maybe give me a quick background of where D-Derm Aesthetics was at before signing up with Forever Booked and like kind of where you
Yeah,
guys were at with marketing and everything.
for sure, for sure. So when we initially started, we were working with a franchise. Our owner, Dr. Mahwish, she opened up the clinic with, I think, one of her old, I would say, friends, and then they opened it up together. And then she kind of just realized that we were targeting a different kind of demographic. And the franchise wanted to move to other different locations and stuff like that. So we separated and became independent so that she could have a little bit more reign over who comes in and who comes out and things like that. So once we, as a franchise that was working like on the bigger,
Don't
sorry,
worry. You can get that. You can get that if you want. We can just pause.
what was I saying? Yeah, so she basically just branched off onto her own little clinic. And right when we did do that, like independent kind of move, we hit a little bit of a like groove, I would say, just because we had a hard time getting new clients in because we didn't have that outreach kind of area. So we were a little bit unsure of how that we would move forward, and we were looking into different, I guess, marketing, not even teams, but like different marketing like ideas, like how we would go about that. And I guess that's when we met you guys. And yeah,
Cool. So yeah, and how have things been for you guys so far? I know we launched like a couple campaigns. Maybe you could give us like just a bit of background on like how the experience has been for you, just
absolutely,
like
yeah.
answering the calls and getting appointments booked and everything.
Yep. So it's really good. The way that we have it structured here is basically that people will either see the ad on whatever social media they may be on. We're on Instagram and Facebook, so they'll see that ad and they'll hit either the link or the ad itself, and they'll be prompted towards someone who will, through your team, actually book in a phone interview for them just to see if they would qualify or there are any indications that they can't come in for this treatment. So I would be on the other end of that phone call once that phone appointment is booked. I speak with them, see how much interest they have. It works really well for us because then we get like the only like people that we get in that I have to call are people who are truly interested. So that works out really
Mm.
really well for us. If I can mention, actually, I wish I'd mentioned, but we're you guys, I think. Um, I guess I don't remember the name of it, but we were with a different. I guess it's like a marketing team, but
Yeah.
I was doing all that work initially. Where like anyone who like touches the ad, I would call them and ask them basically all the questions that you guys put them through before sending them to me. And it's hard. Like it's not easy
Yeah.
because we had a lot of people who like, accidentally hit
It
that
is.
button or you know not
Yeah.
think it is what it is. So I realized that we were doing that for a while. It was hard. I like had no other work that I could do. Sorry, I don't know how to turn off the volume on this guy,
No problem.
but I will put it over here. Yeah. So while we were working with them, that was really really difficult because I felt like I had no time to actually like look into booking people in for appointments because all I was doing was like talking people down from being mad at me for calling
Mm.
them when they don't want to be
Yeah.
called. So the difference is huge. It's great because this way, with you guys working with you guys, I only get in people who are actually interested in at least talking about what their concerns are, their skin concerns, or booking an appointment or seeing like something that they're interested in like that. So it's worked really really well for us. Very rarely do I ever get someone who's like unhappy with me or anything like that. It happened once, kind of awkward, but she still had skin concerns, and then she was not feeling the conversation. I was like, it's okay. It had to happen at least
Yeah.
once. But otherwise, no, it makes our lives so much easier. And yeah.
I'm super glad to hear that because that is like the one area of our service that I'm the most proud of, like the patient
Mhm.
concierge, like how we have all the people who follow up. Because I understand how disheartening it is and how tedious it is to just like follow up with people through text message, email, calling them, and then they ghost you, and then it's just like beats you down over a while. You know what I mean? And I'm sure like you experienced that with all the follow up,
Yeah.
and you kind of have to like weed through all these people. So that's exactly what we're
Exactly.
trying to do. It's like we're trying to
It's
weed through the
working.
weed. Yeah, like weed out the tire kickers, and that's great. So most of the people you're talking to, like most of them are interested, right? Like they sound
Yeah, yeah, like more
pretty.
interested than I even expect. Like I feel like I would need to have a little bit of like convincing
Yeah.
stuff. They're like, "Okay, book me," and I'm like, "Say less." It works
Say
out.
no more. I love it.
Yeah.
That's great. And you had one person
I had
that
one
wasn't
person. We've
happy.
had over like 300 leads since starting
Yeah.
working with you guys, I believe. I literally had one person call and say like, "I don't understand what it is," and I'm like, "Okay, like I'm gonna try and explain it to you." She was like, "No, you're not explaining it." And I'm like, "Sorry."
Yeah, those are inevitable. Every once in a while,
Yeah,
you get one of those
it's good.
slightly crazy people. That's awesome. So I know we're launching. Is there anything that you're like specifically looking forward to in the clinic? Do you guys have any cool things going on? Any procedures coming into the
We
fall?
definitely have. I know since we like reopened just recently, a couple months back in June or July, we have had obviously all of our services. Majority of our services are going like 100%. Like they're good. Like you can come in
Mm,
for them. There's no restrictions on anything. But with the promo that we have going on, we've had a lot of people only interested in that specific promotion or things along the lines of like skin
yeah,
rejuvenation stuff like that. But we do have a lot of different other treatments that I
yeah,
would love to start like putting promotions out for, because I feel like a lot of people don't even realize like we can only sit you down and talk to you for so long about all the stuff that we do have. But I feel like definitely getting out promotions for different things like like the body contour or
yeah.
even laser hair removal, like all this kind of stuff that people are kind of missing out on, would
Mm.
definitely be good for the future.
Yeah, we actually got a body sculpting. I was talking to the Dr. Mewish the other day, and we're gonna
Mhm.
be launching a body sculpting within the next couple of days too. So for
Nice.
yeah, for InMode, it's InMode, right? Body FX.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Yeah, that should be great. So we're gonna be launching that one soon.
looking forward to it.
Uh, yeah, I think that will be great. What else was it? Oh yes. Okay, so I know there's. Oh, I actually want to ask this other question. So I've been starting to ask this question because it's just kind of interesting how we can literally have the exact same campaign in them all in like the same town with a very similar clinic with the same offer and everything. And one clinic may say these leads are great, and the other one may say they suck. Even if it's the
Really?
same leads. Yeah, like that. We experience that a lot, and like we obviously do our best to create great results for our clients, but a lot of it is still like the mindset of the clinic, how good they are at sales and everything. So I gotta ask you guys, like, what do you think you're doing in the clinic that's like making you guys so successful? Because you're killing it. You almost have 30,000 in sales. Like, what do you think you guys are doing in the clinic that's leading to your success?
Thank you. Yeah, for sure. I think that one of the, I would say, um, best because I've been to a couple clinics myself, like for my own personal like reasons, and I feel like
Yeah.
the one thing that makes us a little bit different is that we have a really, really um, like I don't want to say overwhelming, but we have a really big sense of like family within just the
Yeah.
people who work here. We've all been through like so much, like coming in, getting locked down, like despite having all that, like keeping us apart. When we started off with a really good team, and everyone was very, very like super understanding, super willing to like go the extra length to make sure that not even just each other, but especially the clients get exactly what they want. On
Yeah.
top of that, some of our employees here are super duper knowledgeable about what will benefit the clients the most. So we'll have a lot of
Mm.
people who will come in for like let's say the promotion, but then they'll have like contraindications that like I wasn't able to communicate over the phone when booking that appointment. So you would
Mm.
think that something like that would like halt people, and they're like, oh, I like came all the way over here, but like I can't even get this treatment because like I have like such and such on my skin. But in fact, like they'll come in and they'll get something totally different or something like
Yeah.
at that moment, right? Like we won't send anyone away with like, no, sorry, but this doesn't work for you. So I think these guys are really, really good, or like at least knowledgeable in the sense that they're good for like making sure everyone gets exactly what they want and need. So in that way, we get a lot of people who are like, happy with either the service or with their results and stuff like that. So I think that's one thing that makes us slightly different from different clinics, where not even just like, I wouldn't say about like knowledge or anything like that, but I've been to a couple clinics where you find that they just they don't really like, it doesn't feel like I can like talk to you the entire time while I'm doing the treatment. Like I can't just be like, okay, so like
Yeah.
what are you doing now, or like different stuff like
Yeah.
that. But here we're super open. Talk to us, any of your concerns, tell us whatever you want. We're open.
Yeah, that's great because we could do all the marketing in the world, and if you guys aren't, treating people like gold and offering a great
Exactly.
experience, it's never sustainable. So, yeah, that's great, and I'm not even surprised. Like whenever I talk to Dr. Mehmet, she's so sweet and she's so caring, such
Yeah.
attention to detail. She's such a hard worker, and I'm
Yeah.
sure like everyone in the clinic's a hard worker. So, keep it up, keep it up. Last question: if there was anything, like I mentioned before, like there's a lot of clinics that are considering this marketing service or something like this, and there's a lot of marketing agencies out there that just promise the world, but then they really fall flat on a
Mhm.
lot of levels, and as a result, people are really skeptical. So, if someone was on the fence, like considering trying out Forever Booked, what would you say to them, Amal?
Honestly, I would say if you are looking to make um, your life a little bit easier, like if you're trying to take a little bit of a load off, like it's a lot of, I would say, especially working so closely with Dr. Mahush and seeing, like, because she's literally doing so much on her own. There's a lot. There's
Yeah,
so much you have to consider
yeah,
all the time that, like, it seems impossible even to see how much one person is like juggling at once. So
yeah,
if you're in that kind of situation and you're looking for someone to either make something a little bit easier or handle things for you in a way that you can trust that they'll do it to that will benefit you the most, like someone who will care about your business doing well, definitely don't work with Forever. No, I'm just kidding. Work with Forever Blood. They're great,
don't
truly.
work with us.
No, there was
Reverse
so much
psychology.
reverse psychology hope still works. No, but coming from like not working with you guys, like working with someone else who like wasn't really like as involved, even like personally with like you and like Tammy and everyone on the team, you guys are so involved in like our everyday stuff. Like every day, every other day, she'll be like, okay, like make sure you guys are doing this, and like if you need any help, give me a call anytime.
Mm,
And it's so much more convenient than the people that we used to work with, who were kind of like there would just be issues all the time. We would have to call someone, no one's picking up, like those issues go
yeah.
unsolved. Clients are now upset. So much stuff like that would happen. That the lack of communication was just the biggest problem. So truly, if you're looking for someone who's gonna put your business needs as important as their own, then definitely work with Forever Booked, because you will get that sense of like peace of mind and stuff like that.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. And yeah, I Tammy's awesome, isn't she?
He's awesome, bro. I probably give her
So,
such a hard time sometimes, and he's so patient with me. I love it.
yeah, she's super patient. Tammy's great. Great. Thanks so much, Amal. Like, really appreciate you getting on this call with me, and
Yeah,
you guys you guys are absolute rock stars. So really looking forward to getting this new campaign launched as well.
me
Some
too.
new
Excited.
holiday campaigns, lots to look forward to. So yeah, thank you so much.